This video and any other videos on this channel are not made for kids. Thank you all so much, and with that being said, let's get to the video. For 27 years, I've dreamt of you. I've craved you. Oh, I've missed you! What's up, collectors? It is your friendly neighborhood Moscatobot coming back to you with another review video, you guys. Now, we have collected almost, there's still some I gotta get, but almost all of the NECA 2017 and also 2019? This came out in 2019? Yeah, 2019! It Chapter 1 and 2 Pennywise figures. Now, we still are missing the Toonie Terrors, and I'm missing a 1990 version 2 Tim Curry figure. But we almost have the entire NECA collection of It Chapter 1, and now It Chapter 2 Pennywise figures. So this is the NECA Ultimate It Chapter 2 Pennywise. I already opened him, obviously. I was just too excited. You know, sometimes you get a figure and you're just super excited to open him. And I had to put him up on the shelf. But we are going to do a review nonetheless. This guy looks incredible. He is amazing. There is a lot of different takes on this guy when it comes to the sculpt. Definitely a lot of new pieces on him. It does look the same as the other figures, I understand, but if you're a crazy Mega Pennywise fan like me, you're going to love this guy. So without further ado, let's hop into this. Let's get a closer look at the figure, the packaging, the accessories. We'll do a nice little showcase, and then we'll go ahead and throw him up on the shelf with the rest of his brothers up there. So stay tuned, you guys. Let's get creepy up in here. Alright, you guys, so for the front of the packaging, we have one of the artwork poster shots here from It Chapter 2. Side of the box, another shot of Pennywise, It Chapter 2 logo, NECA Real Toys. Back of the box here, we have tons of product shots here of Pennywise from It Chapter 2, showcasing all the head sculpts that come with this figure. Also, we have a little description here. It Chapter 2, the members of the Losers Club reunite in Derry to confront the shape-shifting demon that terrorized them as children 27 years earlier, and this time put an end to it. Includes 4 interchangeable heads, 7 interchangeable hands, and a balloon. Other side of the packaging, you guys, same as the other side. Top of the box, you guys. First, we have a nice, beautiful shot of Pennywise, It Chapter 2 logo, ages 17. Warning, do not put this in your mouth. You will die. And inside the window packaging, you can see the, where the figure would have stayed with all the headshots. But there are the accessories inside. You get a nice product shot of Pennywise. Very cool window packaging. Now, I've been having a problem, real quick, I'm going to talk about. I tried some super glue here with the Velcro, because when I got mine, the Velcro would not stay shut. So I tried some super glue, and it just pulls it right off. I want to know, has anyone else had this issue with some of the NECA Ultimate boxes where just the Velcro's not sticky enough and it eventually pulls off? I've tried super glue. Anybody have a remedy for this? Because I want to keep my boxes nice and shut them and all that, but I can't shut this one, so. But that is the packaging, you guys. Let's get a closer look at the figure. Alright, you guys, and there is Pennywise in all of his glory. You can see a lot of differences with this figure already, and we'll do a nice comparison here in a second, but let's just get a closer look at Pennywise. Already taking a look at the head sculpt, you can see there's a lot of detail. The hair is sculpted very differently from the previous figures. Of course, this is the It Chapter 2 Pennywise, so there are definitely going to be some changes, but you can see here that the head, this face looks a lot, I guess the word I'm looking for is fuller, fatter? I don't know, but it looks bigger. I guess not fatter, but it definitely looks like he has a bigger forehead. It's larger than the other head sculpts for sure, and I'm liking this look a lot better. It's more Pennywise-y to me. But you can see his little Superman curl on top there. I love the sculpt, all the details in the head, all the cracks. It just looks incredible. Moving on down though, you guys, you can see the collar piece is a new sculpt. Definitely larger, more ruffles. I'm digging that. And there's a nice shine painted over his clown outfit this time around. Kind of like the quarter scale. This looks a lot like the same paint that they use on that quarter scale figure, which is a nice touch. It's definitely more dirtied up
but also shiny, almost glitterly, I can't say that word, but there's definitely a nice glitter look to it, almost like the Shredder from the NECA TMNT movie line. But love it. The shoulder pads look different. Definitely a nice sculpt here, going all the way down. A more darker, grayish, dirtier tone for this Pennywise. Here's the original first It 2017 NECA Ultimate figure that was released for It Chapter 1. You guys can see what I'm talking about here. The ruffles, the head sculpt, compared to It Chapter 2's Pennywise. We get a look at them side by side. You can see a lot of differences here, you know, where this one definitely looks like the better Pennywise. I still love this guy though. Really awesome. And you can see here that the clown outfit is just different. This one's more white and clean. This one's more dirty and shiny, and I love it. Again, look at the hair sculpt on this one, and then back over to this one. Big differences, even with the forehead size. You can see the face is definitely fatter, fuller on the It Chapter 2 Pennywise. The shoulders are definitely sculpted differently, the collar, all that jazz. So, I mean, there's stuff that I like about this one. I think this does have a little bit better likeness to Bill Skarsgård's face, but then we also got this Pennywise, and I don't know, they're so different and so the same at the same time, but I love both of them, but I like this one more. Now this was the GameStop exclusive I Love Dairy Pennywise, and this is definitely one of my favorite Pennywise figures that we got from NECA Toys. It is just so detailed, and this nailed everything that I wanted out of the figure. Way better than the first Ultimate that came out. And you can see all the extra goodies of the blood and on the collar and all that. This looks more like the Pennywise that we know and love. And comparing it to the It Chapter 2 Pennywise, there's big differences here. Now, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that this face sculpt, although we know it's Pennywise, I really don't see Bill Skarsgård here. And it seems like there's just way too many cracks in the forehead, in the face. It doesn't look right. Although it's a beautiful figure, I love this figure, I think this is like the ultimate look for Pennywise right here. Plus those yellow eyes are just scary as hell. But you guys kind of get what I'm saying? Like, this looks like a great Pennywise figure, but it's still not capturing the It Chapter 2 look for me. But you can see the hair sculpt did get better on the I Love Dairy It Chapter 1 Ultimate figure, compared to that first one that we got. But man, I mean, they're still great figures. I'm just trying to do the best comparison that I can to all the other Pennywise figures that I have. But this is definitely one of my favorites. Yeah, just something about the head sculpt there, the likeness is just kind of off to me. Like, it's a great figure. Again, it's Pennywise, but it just doesn't look like Pennywise from It Chapter 2 to me. I don't know. You guys kind of get what I'm saying? Am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. Comparing him to my favorite. Yes, this is my favorite Pennywise NECA figure of all time. Nothing will top this retro cloth Pennywise. It is the definitive figure, even over the quarter scale. This is the Pennywise figure you need to buy. I'm telling you, if you are sick of just buying the same figure over and over again, this is the one that just shocked me. I'm so happy I got this guy. He's a little pricey. I think he's like $55 with tax and everything, but oh my god, is he worth it. Now, obviously, he scales above the Ultimate 7-inch figures. I think he's about 8.5 inches tall when I have his legs together and everything, but just, this is Pennywise in all of his glory. This was my first retro cloth figure ever. Even before I got Candyman. Candyman was my second. But it just, oh my god, the sculpting, the hair, everything is just beautiful. This is why it's $50, man. It's incredible. I love it. It's so detailed. It's Pennywise. This is Pennywise. It looks directly out of the movie, and that balloon is nice. Everything is great about this figure. This is what I'm saying. Like, I wish we would have gotten this head sculpt right here with the It Chapter 2 Pennywise. Because this, to me, you got the likeness to Bill Skarsgård. It's Pennywise. It's perfect. This, to me, just looks like it's off. I mean, compare the two. Look at that. This is a toy. this is a collectible, man. This, you know, like, it's the difference between getting the likeness right on a figure and then just having a badass figure. You know, maybe it's just me. Let me know down below in the comments, you guys. But last comparison I'm gonna do with the chapter 2 before we get onto the actual like accessories and all that. I really had to show off this guy. I never did a review on the retro cloth Pennywise, so let me know down below if you want to see that. But it is the best Pennywise figure you can buy, in my opinion. But yeah, now that that's all over with, sorry you guys, I got a little carried away, but I had to describe my feelings of this figure by comparing it to the others. And one last time, like I said, great figure. That is a great head sculpt, but something's just missing for me, and I wish they would have gone with that retro cloth look, because that to me looks the most like It Chapter 2 Pennywise. Moving on down to the accessories. So we have some alternate heads, we got some alternate hands, and of course each figure always comes with the same balloon accessory, which I am getting a little tired of just a balloon, but it's not Pennywise without a balloon. Here's what I would do though. We need that upside down triangle, or with It Chapter 2, one of the most iconic scenes in the entire film is when Pennywise sings to Richie, "I know your secret, your dirty little secret." Why don't we have that as an ultimate with that pyramid of balloons? I would pay extra. That needs to happen. Why don't we have that yet? I don't know. But it's definitely one of my favorite scenes in all of It Chapter 2. So starting with the alternate hands, you guys, we have the open palm hands, which he uses in the fun house right before he eats the little boy. We have some gripping hands, which I don't know why we have these. Maybe they just felt like, hey, it's an ultimate, we need to throw in more hands. Maybe if they want to pose this one with the boat and they bought the accessory pat, they can do that. But yeah, don't know why we have these, but there you go. Some boat holding hands with no boat. And of course, the balloon hand for holding the balloon. Now for the head sculpts, we have the dog tongue head, or his licky head, his lick-a-tongue head. It's his tongue head. This is from the funhouse when he's licking the glass right before he kills the little boy.
No. Please.
We also have the Bob Gray head sculpt from the scene in Beverly's apartment.
Don't believe. Awesome. And see.
This is a really cool head sculpt. I really like it. Great likeness to Bill Skarsgård, but the hair is definitely off from that scene. And on to the final head sculpt, you guys. This one's definitely one of my favorites. It is that creepy grin right before he finally chomps and breaks the glass on that little boy. Oh, and last but not least, we have these hands, and I really love these hands. In fact, this is the way I'm going to pose them up on my shelf. I wish he came with a little, like, LED firefly or a little LED ball, because that would have been cool to place inside the hands. Maybe if it came on a peg or something, and you could hold it like this so we could get that firefly scene right before he eats the little girl with the poor little mark on her face.
One, two.
You're supposed to say 3.
Poor little girl, that was so cute. I really like this pose here for the Chapter 2 Pennywise, but that would have been a cool little, you know, bonus and a big reason for people to get this figure. Alright you guys, so articulation for this guy, the arms, they can move up about that far, they can go back down, they can rotate 360 all the way around. We got double jointed elbows right there. We have an upper bicep swivel. We have a bicep swivel right there. We also have wrist swivel, rotates all the way around, and it is on a hinge, if I can see it for you guys. Hold on. Yeah. Right there's the hinge, you guys. There we go. It can go down that far, up that far. Pretty cool. The head can move side to side. Of course, the collar is going to hinder that a bit. Can look down about that far, up about that far, and again, the collar and the hair will hinder that. You can get it to rotate 360 all the way around, and to swap out the heads, you just go ahead and unpeg there, and we'll just go ahead and put on this one right here, R2. Sorry about that. R2-D2 just wants to keep talking to me. There we go. We got an alternate head sculpt, and again, some of it will hinder how far it can turn side to side, and this chin's very low since the mouth is open. We got a waist swivel. Can bend down about that far back. What else we got going on there? It's very articulated, the same articulation that you would want from a Pennywise figure. Obviously his little poofy dress here will hinder that, but you can see the hinges in there, and they can go out about that far, in about that far. They can kick forward that far, and kick back pretty far. We got double jointed legs right there. 1, 2. We can rotate at the knee and the thigh, of course, right there. Leg can rotate there. You got some swivel action. Cannot rotate all the way around. Don't do that. We got a hinge here on the boot or his clown shoe. Up, down, and around, side to side pivot, but it doesn't. Yeah, it can rotate all the way around. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it can. And sometimes, you guys remember, it is a NECA toy. You may have to heat up your figures, but that's about all the articulation on this Pennywise figure. Well, you guys, we've gone over the figure, the articulation, the sculpt, the accessories, the head sculpts. Let's get to the showcase. Here we go. Well, you guys, that's going to do it for this It Chapter 2 NECA Toys Ultimate Figure Review. I hope you enjoyed the video, you guys. Please let me know down below in the comments. Are you guys thinking about getting this Pennywise figure? Are you going to pass on him? I put all the head sculpts there. This is the first time I'm actually displaying the hands as well, just because I think I might want to alternate heads with that dog tongue one. I think that's the one that looks the best. Definitely the best head sculpt that comes with this figure. But are you guys crazy like me? Is Pennywise your favorite horror icon? He's definitely mine. I love It Chapter 1 so much. It is my favorite movie of all time. Yes, of all time. Number 2 would either have to be Empire Strikes Back or Jaws, but It Chapter 1 just hit it for me, man. I love that movie with all my heart. I've seen it so many times in theaters. I watched it so many times at home on Blu-ray. I love the movie. And I did enjoy It Chapter 2. The more I watch It Chapter 2, it's just not as good as the It Chapter 1. It's not as scary as the first one to me, but I like watching the movie as a whole. When I watch It Chapter 1, I have to watch It Chapter 2. But again, here are all my Pennywise 2017 and 2019 It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2 NECA figures. I love them. One of my favorites in the collection, definitely. Of course, we can't forget about the Tim Curry Pennywise up there. But yeah, Again, let me know down below what you guys think of this figure, and let me know which Pennywise figures you do have. What NECA figures do you have? I want to know. Let me know down below, you guys. But that is it for this video, so thank you all so much for watching. Till all our one Moscato bots, you all stay classy, and I will see you all in the next one. Moscato bots, roll out.